Hello, and today I wanted to Dungeons came out, and I wanted to be a mage class because every other class is like 40 million coins to set up, which I happen to not have. So this is going to be a video on how to get the cheapest possible mage setup that's semi-decent. When I say cheapest, I mean it's not really cheap, relatively speaking, but compared to most other builds, it's not 100 million coins, so it's pretty good. Alright, so let's get into step 1 here. You're gonna if you want to play dungeons, you need at least this many talismans, alright? At least this many, alright? More fine, at least this many, okay? Then what you're gonna want to do, and by the way, I have a guide to get talismans, so if you don't have them, just go to that. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna come to the blacksmith, reforge accessory bag, and reforge it, which it's not very expensive. Reforge it all the way until you get Bazaar, alright? You're like, Bazaar, I'm not gonna do it. Takes away crit chance. This is terrible. Why? It's actually really good because it gives you intelligence. And when you're using a mage and you have a mage build, you're not actually gonna be hitting anything. You're gonna be using abilities, right? So it's really good. And then you're gonna want to come to the AH. You're gonna go wise. Wise prices actually have skyrocketed. Wise Dragon have kind of skyrocketed to almost 400k a piece. But if you play smart like I did, I got a full set of just clean Wise armor, no reforged, no enchants, for I believe it was 800,000 coins. Because right now that's actually a good deal. Right? And then you're going to want to go to the blacksmith, and before you're like, oh, I don't want to reforge this. It's 5,000 coins to reforge, and Wise is so hard to find. Well, they made it so it's an equal chance for every reforge, and they have the reforging price. So it's 2,500 coins per reforge, so and it's a 1 in 9 chance for Wise. Or to get very Wise, so it's not that bad. Alright, get full very Wise gear. And then the next thing you're going to need. At this point in the game, you should already have an aspect of the dragons, but if you don't, get it. It's actually pretty good right now because of that ability. Because of the new magic damage, right? Now, next, Auction House, Inkwand, or Bonzo Staff, either one. Well, Inkwand is actually needed pretty badly here. Ending soon, auctions only, 3.1. I managed to get, you can get a clean Inkwand for around 2 mil, for 2.9 mil. I got this one for 2 mil because I sniped it at 2 a.m. But that is really good. And you're going to need this Inkwand because It's going to be a really important part of your build, alright? The next thing. Oh, by the way, for this build, you're going to need about 16, not 16, you're going to need about 6 million coins. 6 to 8 million coins in that range. Alright? Next thing you're gonna need. Come on, AH. Alright, cool. You're gonna need a sheep pet. You're like, oh no, sheep pet. They're like 8 mil. They're actually pretty cheap right now. Sheep. Gonna go here, auctions only, and then soon go to epic. You don't necessarily need a legendary, but legendaries are just nice. You can pick one up for 800,000. Alright? And then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to come to the bazaar. Once you have your level 1, if you have a level 1, come to the bazaar, go to farming, carrots, enchanted carrots, buy 640, okay? It is not that expensive, like 370k, okay? Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to buy 18 stacks of regular carrots. And then you're going to craft those 18 stacks of regular carrots into 2 simple carrot candies, and then use the enchanted carrots you got to make those simple carrot candies into greater carrot candies, which will get your pet to around level 40, like to level 46 if it's epic, which is what I have here, which gets it to a point where it's actually usable, right? So it's 10% reduced cost, which is it's actually really helpful. And Overheal is kind of a useless ability, but the Mana Saver is really what you get the sheep pet for here. And it gives you 1 intelligence per level, but you can make that even better. If you come to the auction house, you go to textbook. You want to buy the textbook, bin only, lowest price. I managed to get my textbook for 600k by sniping a auction. But yeah, you can probably pick one up for around 600,000 coins if it's an auction, and if it's a bin, you're gonna be paying like 800k. And then you're gonna put that on your sheep pet, and my sheep pet is level 46. It's trash, or at least the level is, and it gives me 92 intelligence. And also another thing that's good about the sheep pet, that doesn't matter the rarity, is ability damage. Because on stuff like the aspect at the end or the ink wand, the abilities, which is at this point, if you're doing a mage build, the reason you have those two, you're that's it buffs it like actually quite a bit. All right, so we're gonna go over here to the graveyard, right? And I'm gonna hit this guy. 257,000, and I don't even have I have 1,300 mana, and this 1,300 mana build literally cost me about 500 coins. Not 500 coins, sorry, about 6 million coins, which is really nice. And then aspect at the end, 13,000 bucks. You're like, dude, that's trash. You just did 250,000 damage. Well, watch this. That is busted. That's why this ability is so good. Look at how many Dragon Agents, 13k each. That's as much as an ink wand. And you can spam it, just like a Frozen Scythe, but it's for up close, right? And then if we come over to this boy, ink wand, 250,000 damage, right? And before you go, okay, well then what am I going to use for long range? Aspect of the end is close, and so is ink wand. Bruh, this is trash. What do you mean? False guide. Well, Mage is still expensive, which is the big sad part. But the thing is if you have the cheapest possible mage build to have a mage, to like, have a mage, you need minimum 6 mil for the armor, AOTD, ink wand, and the aspect at the end is just overall nice, right? But if you want to actually do good in dungeons, it's just the truth. You need it. You need as a mage, you need a Frozen Scythe. Alright? It sucks. Because it costs 23 mil from raw mats. But that's not it. There's another weapon that costs 10 mil on the auction house. And you can actually get yourself very easily. Well, not very easily, but you can get it yourself with like 3, maybe 4 hours of grinding. Of grinding dungeons. The Bonzo Staff. The secret weapon. Okay? Because I haven't bought a Bonzo Staff because the prices are going to plummet. Like, look at this, 20 mil. But if we go, that was the highest bid. Ending soon. 15 million. You can pick one of these up for 15 mil, which brings your total, your whole mage build, if you pick up a Bonzo Staff for 15 mil, to 23 million coins, which is the price of just the tank set's armor, not even including the turtle pet, not the sword, not the anything. That's just how much getting good armor for a tank would cost. Or, like, that's like the cheapest possible tank build right there, with your entire mage build, right? With 3 weapons, because if you have the Bonzo Staff, you can do, I believe if you have this build, I did 40,000 damage per hit, which is really good when you can spam it as fast as the aspect of the dragons, right? Because if someone's close to you, just eat, and then, yeah, and they're so dead. And that is the cheapest possible mage build in Skyblock right now. So, like if you liked, dislike if you disliked. I don't really know why you would dislike, because now you can actually play dungeons. And